Hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Today, we are on Terra 2, and we will be checking out Byzantium. We originally need to expropriate a certain amount of chemicals, according to good Dr. Phineas Wells. Ellie is a local one, so I think I will grab her. Although I might have also wanted to grab Parvati. Because Parvati also wants fancy clothes, right? Give me just a moment. I like going with Sam, maybe because he's a simpleton, and that's why I easily connect with him. Okay, let's do it like this. Why are they all depicted so old? Sorry. Now then. Yeah, nothing here.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
I can immediately spot the person who Phineas referred to. I was expecting Byzantium to be cleaner, to be honest. Why is this one pick up and this one steal? I don't get it. They're both bypass shunts, so... Now these beans, they're like a no. Like some other beans, you can pick from them. Easy.
Are you still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was a repair drone.
Gotta be real careful with stuff around here. Apparently some of it belongs to somebody. But other things? Nah, not so much. Yeah, we might talk to you right now. Just give me a moment. Gotta search every nook and cranny for every bean that I will not open because it's a steal and I'm definitely not a thief. No.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling? Being in space?
Look, it's just Ellie.
So,
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
you're meeting me.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Can't you get me into this estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
So what can you tell me?
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
That's theft, not Thanks for the tip.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
There is also gotta be a way to catch the minister someplace less protected.
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Oh, you're saying almost never.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
How exactly did you get involved in all this anyway?
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
And the day off, it's a sign that something's wrong.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Like what?
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
It's so nice that the character, so Carmen in this case, she turns her head to the companion she responds to. I just find it nice that your companion takes part in the dialogue, right? Well, in this case, polylogue now. But then Carmen responds to the companion. So it's not just like we throw in a phrase from your companion and Bob's my ankle, but my uncle. Never mind. Not really, actually. I mean, it's Byzantium, right?
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
Seems pretty normal, actually.
Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place.
A regular tragedy, I guess.
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
It actually does.
The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Why Phineas? Why exactly Phineas? Why? Wasn't there anyone else who could have like looked into it or did it? Why exactly the wanted criminal by the board? What do I miss about Phineas? What do I miss about the whole affair between him and the board? And yes, it is extremely suspicious that, well, it is the wealthiest city here, right? The wealthiest settlement, whatever you wish to call it. But the point is, if they can't fix it in such a wealthy place, something indeed as simple as a suggestion box, that raises a hell of a suspicion. Yeah, retirees. Do you have anything interesting in here? A plasma cutter gold is a nice thing. Oh look, I have one. Sorry. Just like to show it off sometimes.
Nice thing about traveling with the captain. We meet all sorts of new people.
Sure, best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
Wealthy citizen.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
Damn it, janitors. Oh, they're doing not a very good work. Like, look at this mess.
Down there, a new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
Perhaps we'll finally get some excitement after all.
What is it that I wanted to say? Yes, stability can also be a sign of stagnation, as a matter of fact.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
Not really. But that is not in the spirit of exploration, so don't move anywhere. Prosperity Plaza. Anti-Cleo's Salon Club. Okay. So, what is it
Kid,
about?
You got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
Natural magnetism. Mm, I so wanna brush him off, but what if there is an interesting quest? Let's try to brush him off, okay?
There's those street smarts. Just the right amount of rough around the edges. Next time, we'll have you say that over the rim of a Trippistout. Product placement, baby. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
I consider myself freelance.
Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
Just tell me what you're offering.
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
I'm in, I guess.
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
I guess I am. Yeah, Byzantium seems to come real close to maxing out my...
Of the system? It's not super accurate.
I once treated a lady who got her hand caught in the gears. Idiot was more worried about her rings than her fingers.
Byzantium really eats at my GPU memory. Quite a lot of wealthy citizens standing around. We also have, yeah, some... Well, this is the trade square, basically, right?
CNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Love Grove's beautification. Okay. Let's get some experience points for noticing some vending machines. No trespassing. Croupier's Club. Okay. Some corporate technicians. Any interesting from you? No. Another vending machine, by the way. So we do have luxury munitions, and that part is closed. Okay. Eridanos, Crassus. Okay.
Spacer's choice. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
Forsyth luxury munitions, yes. Okay, it's not a separate location. Cool. So, Winston Forsyth. Okay. You have a lot of firearms. But that seems to be it. Are you
Looking for weapons?
trader
You've
only?
come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find better anywhere else.
What do people around here need weapons for?
Why, to defend their property, of course.
50-bit says he's got a hard on right now.
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it.
Protect from what?
Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows what threat might arise.
Byzantium seems pretty safe to me.
Only because we make it so. It is only the fear of the well-armed Byzantine that keeps the rabble at bay.
Whatever you say.
Indeed. Now, what are you in the market for, my fine friend?
A pristine gold plasma cutter. Okay. You have also Pink Slip and the Exterminator. Apparently the name Knockbackinator was taken. No need to see HR. To be honest, I like how it is portrayed, like a pink slip, because like, well, that's how you can fire that's how you can show that you leave your job, right? But mass shooting, I guess. Hello there. Gardener. I actually might be able to jump in the river. Okay, I will not do that. But it is peculiar.
If Hortense yells at me about vagrants one more time, I'm gonna snap.
Why do you think I've been avoiding this street district?
Isn't that your beat?
Was. I sent Rajesh.
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this city work anymore?
Byzantium Estates. This place is big.
What's gone into Bachmeyer?
Now that he's posted.
I've always loved that sculpture.
It's an orrery, and you say that every time.
It's strange, though. I thought Byzantium was the center of Halcyon.
That's a figure of speech.
I know that.
Then why do you... Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. Oh, Parvati, are you ready for that?
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Oh my. Oxonian, the Duchess. Ooh. If I'm playing on Fedora, I must wear Fedora. God damn it. Okay, Celeste.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
She flatters me, and I'm melting, to be honest. Like, I'm a sucker for a compliment. So, that's me, rugged and well-traveled.
Ah, Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
I wonder how her face will look at the recording, because it is overexposed, yes, but my other monitor is because of the angle how it looks. My other monitor is a little bit washed out, so basically her face looks just Snow White. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway. Are you trying to sell me something?
I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I pollinate the world with art. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
What do you have in mind?
When I look at you, I see the very embodiment of everything the walls of Byzantium were built to keep out. Making an outfit worthy of you won't be easy. I'll need your help gathering the right materials.
Alright. I'll help you out.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
Any excuse to admire my looks, huh? Can't blame you.
Oh, you cad! You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers, none of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job.
I'll see what I can do. Hold on, I need to know more about these outfits.
I expect you'll cut an exquisite figure. What else do you need to know?
You said something about an iconoclast's outfit?
I've heard rumors of these iconoclasts, half-mad zealots rampaging across the surface of Monarch. You'll have to find your own way into Monarch. I can't help you. Even if I could, I prefer not to interfere with your creative process.
What's so interesting about Marauder armor?
I don't know. I've never seen a marauder. Not in person, anyway. There are always Aetherwade programs, but I want something authentic. Byzantium is long overdue for a change of wardrobe, my dear. Something barbaric, yet elegant.
Where am I supposed to find space gear?
If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker. Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
My engineer's going on a date, and she needs a fine outfit.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
She's an engineer. You think she can afford this? She needs to impress her true love.
Love? That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so... precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you.
Hold up. Did you actually measure her for this outfit? I didn't see any measuring tape.
Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own.
Okay, 3,000.
There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Okay, let's also check your... Hey, what?
I can't... What can...
Thank you. Let's see. You have glasses as the manager and the professor have lenses. Okay. Some of that are restricted. So.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope.
I hope we will convince her that like she doesn't need that, because if we need to visit Hope before she can go on a date, I believe she needs help and advice and maybe some friendly encouragement, but not the air cyclers.
I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it.
Thank you.
I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art, culture, working toilets?
I'm sure other colonies have cities like this.
But those are so far away. I'm talking about Halcyon.
In that case, thank you.
Okay, this is the House of Inebriation. It's curious that so many people complain about stuff not working. Here in Byzantium of all the places.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Bruh, if you say so. Oh, that is horrible. House and parcel services. And that one? Maintenance tunnels. Okay.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm also on a break. What are you doing here?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
Yeah, you're in a big trouble. Now why don't you tell me what you did?
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Calm down and tell me what happened.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
I could look for sprats.
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green.
Thank you.
Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to maintain things, of course.
Yeah, that was
like
a silly
big
question.
humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
But why won't you go into the tunnels yourself?
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors.
Like what?
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
You piqued my curiosity there.
To deal with the sewer sprats of...
Yeah.
Therefore my, research.
What kind of research?
Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them.
Like what?
See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes.
Just tell me what this has to do with your sprats.
Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back.
What are their names then?
Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye.
That's 6, right? For some reason I thought there are 7 of them.
Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated and a fearless captain of industry. He's a mercurial shareholder. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract.
What's Wanda's story?
She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady Philippa.
Ooh, spicy. I'm curious about Haroon Greenlee and Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez.
So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory's still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Vonda.
And who's Evelyn Ensley Okoye?
She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold. Something else? I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
That's a very honest response. These were the maintenance tunnels, right? And what was that again? House and parcel services, yes. So we've been to the river, so I suggest that we go back to the streets and continue from here.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paperwork is.
Don't I ever, my dear fellow. Why, I spent 3 hours filing a discussion authorization just to commence our little tete-a-tete.
How we suffer in the name of commerce.
I like the accents.
My dear fellow, you've no
Bureau of Exploration.
has suffered. Why, the loafers were practically robbers.
It's even worse for us, my good man. Our workers...
Okay, that is a separate location now. And that will be another entrance here. Okay, got it. It's another gallery, but it's closed. So many stuff is closed here in Byzantium,
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh my goodness. Ruth Bellamy? I simply...
Okay.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
There are so many mag peaks around the place. And estates. Okay.
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more noses than bones. Nowadays, I probably shoot more than I save.
Oh.
Durable guards. Okay. Hortense Inglesby.
Is it me, or could each of these homes fit all of Edgewater inside? Cannery and all.
Undesirables, and your plan is to sit idly by.
That?
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
For the last time. Access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be somewhere else. Anywhere else.
What's your problem?
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium.
That's me?
Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Gracefully, I might add.
Admittedly. Now, if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
If the board isn't supposed to let people into the city, how do you get here?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
Wait, but what did you do to earn your place here?
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Inheriting bits isn't the same as earning them.
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
Yeah, but you didn't earn it. What's a CIO?
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list.
What other ideas did he come up with?
Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time. You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
I should go. She's just irritating. What is this place? Is this the...
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
Very well. Okay, yes, that's the minister's place. Hello there.
Did you hear? Marjorie Dalton and Archibald Harris are redecorating with real crystal faux windows.
Laws. Don't they know those went out of style 3 weeks ago?
So did their marriage, apparently. I'd wager my inverted bathtub she backs out of the contract first.
I will admit, you piqued my curiosity with inverted bathtub.
Having my pipes plated with real platinum. Winifred and Dora had theirs done already.
You should retile your entryway instead. No one's going to see your pipes.
That's exactly what makes them more exclusive.
Bruh, that's stupid. But what do I know, right?
There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Well, I am wearing my nice hat, so... I should be prepared, I guess. We have dealt with the Parvati quest, right? So perhaps we should also deal with the... Yep, that makes sense now. Why do I feel like I'm not welcome there? I'm not welcome here, am I?
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Yes. Ooh!
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about?
This is embarrassing. I was going to bribe you, but I just realized I don't have enough on me.
Honest mistake. Why don't you come back another time and we can take this from the top?
Farewell. It's so funny that are the bribes legalized here? I mean, probably they are. They are hanged up on the paperwork, are they not? Well, let's get this over with. Oh my! What the? Sheesh! Which ones of these stores are interactive? It is disappointing how many doors are not interactive, to be honest.
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
I mean, I'm more invested in Ellie, so and I am going to my auditions, so let's. This is a role-playing game. We are playing the role of a space pirate, right? So, fancy place. I'll probably be taking a few things with me.
There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Theft, vandalism, profanity, you name it, we've done it at least twice.
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
We'll leave when we're good and ready.
You tell him. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Hold up. These floors aren't just nice, they're top quality marble.
He's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
It's not for lack of people trying, believe me.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Why do I get the feeling you people are about to apologize? If they declare, if maybe they got some tax exempt or some insurance policy money, maybe?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what? Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
So tell them Ellie's back. You'll be the talk of the town.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
You could. I'll have you know Ellie's a professional miscreant.
Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jolicoeur designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
You people should be ashamed of yourselves.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about. That's it? You just want us to disappear now? Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
This is freaking painful. The social pressure and stigma of these people overweigh like their own daughter. And I can't even ruin their painting. That is sad.
Can we talk? Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
They shouldn't have gotten so upset.
I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
This is a very specific fantasy.
Shh, I'm getting to the good part. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
How about it's payback time and I'm collecting with interest? That's the line that Ellie said, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
Don't get all mopey on me.
I don't get mopey. I get mad, caustic, indiscriminately aggressive. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain.
That sounds familiar.
I hope you don't think I'm talking about this because I want to be introspective.
Oh, good God, no. This episode reflects on them, not you.
But I want to talk about me now.
You've got to surround yourself with people who will really look out for you.
Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Insurance policy? Keep talking.
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
So how do we do this?
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
Let's go.
You don't much like me, huh, Dr. Ellie?
It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type.
It's just... you seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me?
You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
We don't have a lot of time till the end of the episode. Just ideally, we finish it within 10 minutes. So there are two things that I want to check. The parcel service office. I don't expect it to be a big location, but I'm wondering if there is any kind of a quest around this place.
Today's trends are tomorrow's trash.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy.
I like the voice. What exactly do you do here?
Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable parcel delivery service in the colony. You might even say we're part and parcel of Halcyon's commercial enterprise. That's just a little parcel joke.
Okay. So if someone needed a package delivered, they'd come here.
Nope, just parcels. We don't deal in packages.
What's the difference?
It's very technical. Halcyon Parcel Service strictly adheres to the standards and definitions of packaging as outlined by the Executive Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. We can ship all the parcels you want. But if I start shipping packages, I could get into some real trouble. Handcuffs and hard labor trouble.
Hello.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
Alright. So, no quests there yet. So maybe I will pick something up that will direct me to the parcel services. Why was there the second entrance then? Wait a second. So interesting that this is not a restricted area. Like most certainly I am trespassing.
Nicely done.
Come on. There should be some gifts, some not gifts, Ship decorations somewhere. Ah, my ankle. Again. There should be a flaw like weak ankle or something. This is a very weird place.
The dissonance
CNT
actually
Borsted baked
tickles.
beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted baked beans is the only one.
Huh? The sole letter in this mailbox is addressed to the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group satellite office in Fallbrook. Right.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Yes, there was the office over there. Okay, so change of plans. We have that one, which is interesting. We also have some sprats to hunt and no, not that one. That one, audition. Maybe we'll start with the sprats next time. But for now, I think it was okay because I don't want to engage into some big activity. I think it's a nice logical stop right now. So that will be it for today. Nice meeting with Byzantium, walking around, getting the lay of the land. Quite a lot of places are closed. A lot of disarray, dirt, trash on the streets. This is not what I expected. I would say that maybe the contrast is bigger because you can see like the big fancy places, but also like just trash on the streets, and it's like, here, weird, strange, out of place. Whatever. Yeah. So next episode we'll probably go and check out the maintenance tunnels, audition, and yes, I need to go through my armor on the unreliable. I definitely should have iconoclast and MSI outfits. Not sure about I don't know, spacer. What does she mean by spacer? And marauder armor. So that's something that I need to search for. For now, however, thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that's the case, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. Hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there.